Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel, Blessed Trimability. As I had told you before, I'm going to do some series on what are you drinking, and this is one of the first ones that we're going to do. I'm going to make ginger juice, and it's out of this cookbook, which Around the Family Table by Glenda Groff, and it's on page 129. And I think we're going to have to do it in two batches into here. But what you do is you take fresh ginger and you cut it up. And what happened was I couldn't remember exactly how much I needed at the store. And when I ordered it from the Walmart pickup, I told them I needed a pound. Well, I needed 8 ounces. So we're going to do double the amount. And then we're going to freeze it in some ice cube trays. And then you can have it for your Good Girl Moonshine, or you can put it in tea. You can put whatever you want in, because ginger is such a good anti-inflammatory, and it also revs up your metabolism. So for the first one, you put the ginger root chunks in, and you can. She has on her website, Around the Family Table, she has exactly the recipe for it. So you can go to that there. But I'm going to put those in, and then I'm going to put some water in. So what is the weather like where you are today? Here we've had freezing rain, but the roads aren't slick, but it's going to but there's like ice on the cars. Okay. So we're going to put this in here. I moved my blender over here so you can see it. We're just going to blend this. And I want to warn you, this is not going to be hot like as in temperature hot, but it's kind of like jalapenos and stuff. When you touch them, you don't really want to get this on you a whole lot. But you blend this for 1 minute, and then you're going to put it through. I've got a colander. Let me see if you can see this a little better. Got a bowl and a colander, and then I've got this. A lot of times I use these. They're just those white dish towels that you can get, and they strain really well. I use those for when I do my cauliflower pizza. And I just want to get this out of here. Well, anyway, I was talking about the weather, but tomorrow it's supposed to be 60 degrees again. So you just don't know. We live in Indiana, and they always say, if you don't like the weather, just wait, it will change, and it normally does. Well, but I am beginning to see the we always call them Jesus flowers when the Easter lilies start coming up. I don't know if crocuses are up or not. You might tell me in your area, are they up yet or not? Okay, I'm just going to leave the rest of this in for the next batch. One thing, I'm using this Ninja blender. Oh, sorry. I'm using the Ninja blender, and I'm considering getting a Vitamix, but I just don't know a lot about them. I know everybody raves about them, but if you have one or you know anything about them, why don't you leave a comment below so that we can figure out what we think about, what model to get. I think I'm actually going to go ahead and just blend the second one and then squeeze it all out together. So here's the rest of the ginger chunks, and you don't peel it. Now, mine looked like it was starting to bud. I thought I've got to get this video made. But if you any places that look bad, go ahead and cut those out while you're doing it. And then the way you use this is you'll put in like I said, your Good Girl Moonshine or anything else that you want to have the ginger flavor in. Okay, we're going to blend this for a minute again. And you know, a lot of times when you make your drinks with ginger in it, when you use the powdered ginger, this is really potent. You can really, I can smell it, and it's like in the air. But if you put the ginger powder in it, sometimes you know how it settles to the bottom of the dish or your jar. It's just not as pleasant as you would want it to be. You know, I wonder, I have chickens. I wonder if I could give this to the chickens. I just don't know. I think I'll have to check into it. I think I wondered that the last time I made this. Okay, I'll pour this in. You know, it's very important to make sure that you're hydrated. That's one of the tips that we give you, because one time you need to think, a lot of times, am I hungry or am I thirsty, and it's just masking itself as hunger. So a lot of times, if you just put this right here, if you get a drink of something, especially something that tastes good. I mean, we need to be getting a lot of water in each day, and this is what I'm trying to make sure that I drink tonight. My Bubba. Can you see that? And then at work during the day, I try to get at least 4 of those 16-ounce bottles of water in, but I don't think I got that many in today. I'm gonna get all this goodness out of here so we can make sure we get all the ginger juice. I think you can buy ginger juice commercially made, but look how easy this is, and I'm sure it's way less expensive. And if you don't want to freeze all of it into ice cubes, you probably could make like half the amount, and you could probably keep it for a while in your refrigerator as well. Okay. Now what we're going to do, we've still got the colander underneath here. We're going to gather this up. And we're going to continue to squeeze the juice out of it. Put you down so you can see. You have to come out of there. See how well these dish towels work? Of course, I bleach them each time and rinse them really well. But it's got such a pretty orange, yellowy color, and you know it's good for you. It's anti-inflammatory. Like I said, it revs up your metabolism. Just like when we talked about in the coffee that we make, I always put the cinnamon on top of mine, because anything of your spices that are hot, I don't mean it necessarily like like red pepper or something like that, which I would do it too, but your cinnamon, your ginger, those type of spices, clove, they're all kind of hot, and they'll help raise your metabolism. You just want to get every bit of this out that you can. Make sure your hands are clean before you start also. Okay, then look how much ginger juice we have here. And so what I'm going to do, I found these cute. Look at these. Aren't these cute? You see them? They're little ice cube trays, and they actually have lids on them. Now on these, I imagine I would probably put 2 to 3 of these little ice cubes in, just like the one, if I'm making 1 quart of the a Good Girl Moonshine. But then sometimes or I have these others that they make a little bit bigger. I'm sure I would just put 1 of these, and these, the big one here is for when I would make a concentrate. I think it's in this book as well, where they show you how to make a concentrate for your Good Girl Moonshine. Then you just have to pour a cup of it out to 3 cups of water to make a quart. So we're going to pour these into the molds and then freeze them, and then then you'll be able to use them. I'm not going to be able to show you tonight when they're frozen, but probably by the time I finish this video that we'll be able to show you what they look like frozen. I think I'm going to use this ladle right here. It's got a little pour spout on it. You know, the important thing about this, you're going to have to find a place in your freezer that has a flat shelf in it so that they can freeze. They don't tip over. I did see at Walmart, and I saw them online too, I saw some regular, like this size of ice cube trays with lids on them, but they were like $10. I was shocked. I was like, oh, I can't pay that much money for ice cubes. And my daughter Hillary, she said, well, why do you need to cover the ice cube trays? And I'm like, well, because truly, if you think about it, as long as you can set them in a place where it won't spill, you're not going to have them in there that long. And I know these are also the ice cube trays that I take and I make my skinny chocolate in also, which is so helpful to have on hand because, you know, sometimes you just want chocolate. And if everybody else in the house, say you have kids or something, and Easter's coming up, if everybody else is going to eat some Easter candy and you don't have something that you can have so that you can feel special and you can eat something, then more than likely you may have trouble with going off plan. Okay, I see these bigger ones. They'll take, you see it? Yeah. They take almost the whole leg on. I might fill them up a little bit more. Like I said, these big ones will probably do a quart of the concentrate. And these are silicone on the bottom to where you just, all you got to do is just push them out the bottom. Okay, sorry about that. I had to let the dog out on there. I went ahead and I filled up some, I was starting with some of the teeny tiny ones, and when I was doing this, I haven't made the skinny chocolate in these little ones, but think about that. That would just be the perfect size, because a lot of times when you make them in the ice cube trays, they're kind of big and it's kind of hard to, especially if they're frozen, if you haven't thawed them out, they're kind of hard to manage. So, I don't know, I'll have to price it out, but I'm pretty sure if you buy ginger juice, it is very expensive. And I believe this ginger cost me probably $3.98. It was $3.98 a pound or so. So I think that's what I had. And somehow, making it like this, it tastes so fresh when you put it in your drinks. And it, like I said, it just doesn't give you that powdery, when you put the ground ginger, the powdery taste to it. Here's our dog Lucky. Do you smell it, love? Does it smell good, buddy? Okay. All right. Well, out of that, I was able to get some big ones, medium, the regular, and then these right here. So after these freeze, I will show you how that I've used these in the Good Girl concentrate, Good Girl Moonshine concentrate, or just the regular itself. Okay. Well, thanks for coming with me this far, and if this is something you like to follow, we're going to do a lot of things like this. Try to do something every week, so please push the subscribe button and share this video with others you think it might help them. See you later.